Hey guys, I just want to apologize for this re-upload. There was an error while exporting that deleted half of the video clips, so I'm re-uploading it now with the video clips back in. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your patience. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Strikeout, and today is the very first Team Doctor Tuesday. Now, I've had MLB The Show for a few days, and a lot of people in my community, while I've been streaming on Twitch, have been asking me to make a video on how to get some of these Face of the Franchise cards, how to flip cards. I'm up to 250,000. I've mostly been playing the game, flipping some cards, grinding these Face of the Franchise. But I just wanted to show you guys how I am able to get these Face of the Franchise cards quickly. And I'm also going to go over how to flip some cards. I know a lot of you guys have been asking to do that, and let's take a look. So if we take a look at Showdown, one of the fastest ways to get Face of the Franchise cards, you can actually beat Showdown in about 16 minutes. That's what I did. My strategy for beating Showdown quickly is I do the first mission right here. You get a silver live series batter. And the second mission right here, you also get a silver live series batter. Now, you can do all of the missions if you want. If you do all of the missions, you'll be there about 10 runs, depending on if you are able to beat all of them or not, leaving you only having to score 6 runs in 20 outs. The reason I only do these first 2 missions is because if you get the right draft in Showdown, you can actually get a very, very good squad. I'm going to take a look at my squad right here, and you can see that this isn't a typical squad that you would see. If I was going into ranked, right, I would not be rocking this squad. Now, the reason why I have my team set up like this is because in the final Showdown, the only thing that matters is batters. It doesn't matter who you have pitching. It doesn't matter what position they're playing in. You don't play the field, and you don't pitch. So I constructed my lineup right here as 3 lefties in a row and then all power bats. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, hey, where's your third lefty? I have my pitcher leading off here because immediately I'm going to sub him out for Joey Gallo. Now, it may seem cheap, but who cares? It's offline. We're trying to get this done as fast as we can. So you want to get as many power bats facing the arm that's throwing to you. So in the AL West, the arm that you always face is Verlander here in the last moment. I know for other moments it mixes up, other showdowns it mixes up, but I have done this multiple times, and the only person I have faced is Verlander. So I stack my team with lefties. Now, like I said, if you do all of these moments, let's take a look. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 10 runs. So if you do all these moments and you grind all that, you get 10 runs, as well as better batters, gold batters, diamond players, a couple more diamond players, and it's really easy to score those 6 runs that you need to win this in those 20 outs. Now, I have been playing MLB The Show for a few years. Last year was my first year playing Diamond Dynasty, but I'm saying that because I consider myself above average in the game. I hit World Series. So if you are confident in your ability to take on the final showdown, and you don't need to even do any of the moments, you can do that. For me personally, I want to get these 2 silver batters before I take on the final boss. But, you know, if you're able to do it without getting those, do that. If you're newer to the game, now this is why I'm doing these Tuesdays as a team doctor, to help you guys boost your teams for free with no money spent. You can do as many of these as you want. Now, you might not win all of them. You know, my little brother, he just got this game, which is why I'm actually inspired to make these videos helping you guys. You know, he might not be able to beat all of these. And Jack, if you watch this, you know, it's tough. Some of these moments are hard. You have to try. And you know what? If you can win 6 of these moments, that's even less runs that you have to do with the 20 outs. And you also will have extra players to make your run with. One thing I want to look over with you guys is this Google Sheet that I made that I'm making available to all of you guys in my Discord. So what it is it shows every single team, their prospect card, what position their prospect plays, what overall their prospect is, as well as the face of the franchise card, their position, and the overall. So if you guys are wondering what cards to actually go grind for, this is a great resource to have. Now, the cards that I recommend, and we'll take a look at some of these going forward here, I definitely recommend the Blake Snell. That Blake Snell has a very good pitch selection. I recommend Yoan Moncada. Moncada is a switch hitter. Not the best power on both sides of the dish, but very good fielding and overall a very good asset. The next person that I recommend is definitely Matt Olson. Matt Olson, to me, I went into just wanting to grab a good defender, but he has been on an absolute tear for me. Every single time I do the AL West Showdown, he hits at least 2 home runs. Now, staying in the AL West, I also recommend Ohtani and Joey Gallo. Both of these guys can hit from power at the dish, but Ohtani also is a starting pitcher, so I think he's a great early card to have. You can use him in ranked seasons as you're trying to get up, and he is a very good card. Now, I don't know how I feel about recommending this next card with the whole scandal that happened, but Correa's card does look very good, so if you don't mind using that card, he is definitely a solid option at shortstop. Me personally, I'm going to be using Fernando Tatis, which I think is the second best face of the franchise card out there, just behind Joey Gallo. But that Tatis is very, very good when it comes to both power, contact, and he's got very good speed and fielding. As you can see above me right here, you can see that it takes 3 showdowns to finish one single team. Now, how that works is after you complete a showdown, you get 5 of the team affinity vouchers. Each team affinity voucher is worth 4 team affinity points. It takes 50 team affinity points to get the face of the franchise card. Now, if you can do the math, you know that you'll end up with 52 points with 3 showdowns, right? And then you can take those extra points, right? You get an extra 2 vouchers after each one and apply them to another team in your division. If you're trying to finish off a whole division, let's say you love the National League East, you want Ozzy Albies, you want Michael Conforto, you want Aaron Nola, you want Soto, which in my opinion is the best division to grind for right now, just behind the American League West. It only takes 13 division showdowns. And like I said, if you can complete the showdowns in 16 minutes, like I was able to do last night a few times, it won't take very long at all, right? 13 showdowns, if they each take you even a half an hour, it does not take that long. And let's say you like the National League East, but you don't want Brian Anderson. That cuts out a few division showdowns that you won't need to do. Now, let's take a look at some other cards that you guys can get for absolutely free. I believe you get this evolution pack at around level 10, and it is a very, very good card, right? So as you can see right now, these cards are not very good, right? They're Eddie Matthews, pretty solid against righties. Dennis Eckersley, a decent starting pitcher here to go for. Pudge, I heard bad things about this card, but what's really cool about these evolution cards is you can go into these programs right here, go into player programs, and level up all of these evolutions. So I was able to beat this Dennis Eckersley in about an hour and a half, and I'll hide my webcam real quick, but you can see each stage you need to get these points. You can tally strikeouts with relievers. You can pitch with athletics pitchers, you can exchange pitchers, or you can do moments. What I did is I did all of the moments. That gives you 10 of these points. And then I went on and did the tally strikeouts with relievers. Now, the cool thing about tallying the strikeouts with the relievers is that you can actually get that done in Play CPU. So you can use an opener instead of selecting a starting pitcher. Go into Play versus CPU and get strikeouts easily. Right? Put it on rookie. Use any of your relievers and just focus on strikeouts. It doesn't even matter if you win the game. You can walk people. You can drop balls that are going to be outs. All you have to do is get 15 strikeouts, and that is very doable no matter what skill level you're on. All right, guys. The last thing I want to go over is how I go about flipping cards. There are people that are much better than me at flipping cards, but I do have a few methods that I'm able to rack up, thousands of stubs through smaller transactions that all add up. I typically look for cards, for example, like Andrew Miller here. Andrew Miller's buy now and sell now price are 50,000 difference. So if you look, there's only one Andrew Miller card on the entire market. Now, if I were trying to risk it, right, which I'm not going to do, what I might do is buy that card and then put him up for more and let the sell now go up. However, that is a very risky play, and unless you know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend it, right? So we're going to take that same principle of looking for large differences between the buy now and sell now, and we're going to apply that to bronze cards and silver cards. So what I like to do is I like to set up my filter just like this, right? So we're looking for 74 overalls, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the minimum price here, and we're going to start it out at 600. And we're just going to look. We're just going to see what cards are available, right? So first thing off the bat, what's the first thing that jumps out at you? Boom. There's a guy that's going for 2,500 buy now and sell now of 160. Now, if we go to this card, you can see that there is probably a concerted effort of people to buy this card to make sure that the price is up higher. Now, we're not concerned about the people that are trying to make a ton of money off of this game with stubs, but what we're concerned with is the differential. Now, even if we put in a buy request right here, create a buy order, and we put it at 250 stubs. If we got that for 250 stubs, right, we'll go ahead and submit that order. Right, as you can see, people are noticing him as well, putting it higher than me, right? But let's just say we get him for 250 stubs, and we sell him for 1,000, right? We undercut the market by 1,500 stubs. Somebody looks at that deal and says, oh, we have to get that. So we spent 250 stubs, and we're getting 900. That's a big difference. Now, that's not something that you're going to write home about. That's not, I bought Mike Trout for 1,000 stubs and sold him for 300,000. No. But what that is that's one out of many small transactions that you can do to receive, 900. Obviously, we're going to have to deduct the 250 that it costs to get the card. So that still gives you a net profit of 650 stubs. Now, if you do that transaction 10 times, right, that's 6,500 stubs. You do a transaction that's similar to that 100 times, that's where we start seeing a lot of profit. That's 65,000 stubs that you made just from trading players like this. Now, you're going to have to do it 100 times, and you might have somebody like the guy that bid 400 that's going to go ahead and, cut into your profit. Or you could put it up for more. You could put it up for 1,500, right? You put it up for 1,500. Those 250 stubs that you put into it are really looking good. Now you made 1,100 stubs. 1,100 stubs, you do that 10 times, that's 11,000 stubs that you just made. Now, if you look in the top right, I have been doing this a lot. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at my completed orders here. But as you can see, right, I got lucky. I pulled Garrett Cole out of a free pack, which is another reason why you want to grind the Team Affinities. I got Garrett Cole and Charlie Morton from Team Affinity packs just for free, right? But the rest of my 100,000 stubs that I made, because I also pulled Acuna from a free pack as well. I made 100,000 stubs off of trading players and flipping cards that I just told you about, right? This one was an experiment. I wanted to see how many stubs I would make if I did this. That backfired, and that's okay, right? It's okay to experiment in the community marketplace. Take a risk, see if what you're doing is going to pan out. For me, it didn't. I lost about probably 15,000 stubs, which no big deal, right? I made that back by flipping cards. Now, I want to end this video by taking a look at the team that I have now that I got completely for free without spending a single stub in the marketplace. Now, I want to do this for two reasons. One, I want to show you guys where I'm starting and show you that, hey, it's possible to get these good players without spending a single stub. And the second is I'm asking you guys to add me on PlayStation, right? Send me a message, say, hey, I saw your YouTube video, and I want you to take a screenshot of your team. You can click on share, you click screenshot, you take one of your team, you take one of your pictures, and I want you to send it to me on PlayStation, and we're going to take a look at it for the next video. Every single week, I want to pick a few teams that you guys send me and give you guys ways to improve it without spending a single stub. Just to give you guys an example of advice that I would give, I would totally tell me right now to grind the face of the franchise cards. I would also tell me to grind some of the conquests, right? You can get a Willie Mays and 25 or 20, I don't remember which one. You can get 20 to 25 show packs just from completing the USA map. Now that takes time. You don't have to beat it all at once. In next week's video, I'll cover how to do conquest maps for those of you guys that are new to doing it. It's a great way to pick up stubs, great way to pick up packs, and a great way to get some experience both playing with your teams and for the XP reward path in the top right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys need any tips on your teams, definitely drop by. I'm live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/strikeout1066. Hop in, tell me you watched my video, and I'd be more than happy to take a look at your team and help you out.